Government employees that voted for Trump, what are your current thoughts about him as president? Federal employee and voted for Trump and is on Reddit and doesn't get downvoted to the bottom because it's not sufficiently anti-Trump. Good luck. My parents both voted for him, and my dad works for Customs and Border Protection. They blame Congress. The House, presumably. Congress is divided now. Edit, folks make a good point that the shutdown began before the Democrats even showed up in Washington. As an aside, watch out for disingenuous trolls in this thread. They're pulling every trick out of the playbook to try to bend facts and rewrite recent history. Don't let them. There are some good faith answers, but a shitload of trolls. Yeah, I hear it a lot at work. Today I heard Pelosi and Schumer said no to Trump's deal, so they're pieces of shit also. Trump has a high approval rating and most people want the wall. Lol. Edit. I work in an industry where I travel around the Midwest and fix machines called CMMS, and my customer changes weekly. If I make anyone mad, it can really screw my job up, so I just never take sides and stay pretty much out of it. Edit 2x. Stop being so mad, life is short. Let me have my laugh and stop posting angry comments. Life is too short to be so angry. Tip for this thread, sort by controversial. Am going and wish me luck. Am coming to save you, brother. I've got your 6. Therese, too many of them. F for the fallen Redditors in this thread, your sacrifice was not in vain. I made it out. I've seen some shit, guys. I'm gonna need the console command to delete my memories of the last hour, admin of Routside. Work for the doc. Most of my Republican coworkers are blaming the Democrats for blocking progress in fixing the shutdown. They still support Trump. It looks like the shutdown has little to no effect on most people's previous position on Trump. Those that don't support him, continue to not support him and vice versa. My neighbor and his wife are both strong Trump supporters and are currently furloughed. I asked them how they are doing today, and their response was along the lines of, I just want the situation to be over. Not getting paid sucks. My father-in-law meets the criteria. Has been posting on Facebook about how Trump is trying to end the shutdown and how the Democrats are blocking all attempts to do so to make themselves look good. That's my mom. I said, they had control the last 2 years, why didn't they do it then? She didn't have answer. My father, not a federal employee, said it's no big deal. They are collecting unemployment and they can borrow on their 401ks up to $50,000. This doesn't hurt them that much. I replied with that may be true for employees told to stay home, but if they are forced to go to work they are not eligible for unemployment, and also those TSA agents don't have near enough in their 401k to borrow from it comfortably. No response. It's been 3 days. I wish I had access to the data that shows how many TSA agents even have a 401k as well as how much the average account is funded. TSA agents are among the lowest paid federal employees who didn't have much of a budget for 401k contributions in the first place. Talk about an area of border security I might be willing for us to invest $5 billion in. Think about how many tubes of toothpaste they could confiscate. Could they confiscate enough bottled water to end the next drought with that much funding? Here's the overall takeaway from this thread. The shutdown changed literally zero minds on either side of the debate whether they were a government employee or not. Edit, guys, I am not implying that this Reddit thread in any way reflects reality. I am just saying this is the information someone would collect by reading this thread. ITT, many non-government employees. ITT, not me but my neighbor, father, family member, etc. You mean every AskReddit answer? Lol. What I don't get, is why didn't Trump try to get the wall built while he had a majority in both the House and the Senate? 'Cause he knew they'd say no, and now he can have the Democrats say no and rile up his base more? Because even with both the House and the Senate he wasn't going to get it through. Needed 60 votes in the Senate. Never had it. Why didn't Trump try this hard when Republicans had the House and most of the Senate? He didn't have 60 votes in the Senate, but now he doesn't have 60 votes in the Senate and he doesn't have 218 votes in the House. Because it would make his own party look bad when he couldn't pass it. This way he can blame the Democrats. This is the correct answer. Let's not forget the failed Obamacare repeals. I voted for the man. My opinion of him hasn't changed. He's going to be the only president in history that will be vilified for doing exactly what he promised to do. Also, budgets, or in this case, continuing resolutions, are passed and proposed in the House, not in the Oval Office, and not in the Senate. Edit, here comes the comments and messages insulting and questioning my intelligence. People can have different opinions and still be civil, except apparently on Reddit. Edit 2, holy crap gold. Thanks smile. Gaming. He voted for Arkansas Hillary, not New York Hillary, if that helps. Gaming. Hillary used to be pretty conservative. She was Republican light. Conservatives and evangelicals used to love Hillary. Trump loved her too. He even said she would make a great president somewhere around 2006-ish. Neat didn't know that. You probably didn't know Trump himself said the economy does better under Democrats. Popcorn is out, can't wait to hear this shit. Sorts by controversial. Ooh, plans for lunch break. Hi, yes, my government isn't working the way I want it to? Have you tried turning it off and on? Well, we turned it off, and it won't turn back on. I'm sorry, you'll have to buy a new one. Edit, obligatory thanks for my first gold, kind stranger. Somebody else bought it already. Damn, I can't find the English instructions for the new one. It would be a violation of the Hatch Act, or close enough to not risk the chance, to offer political commentary during work hours since federal workers are not allowed to participate in partisan activities while on the clock. Might get more answers when people see this after they're done for the day. I like how everyone in here is answering for government employees when they themselves are not government employees. Edit, did not expect this large of a reaction and a silver medal. Thank you, kind stranger. A lot of them might not want to comment. I used to work for the feds and I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. To those who keep downvoting every pro-Trump comment, and calling MAGA supporters ignorant and bigots, here's a free tip: shut your mouth. It's this constant vilifying of conservative viewpoints and chastising an alternate perspective that creates characters like Milo Yiannopoulos and Tomi Lahren, because the right no longer feels like they have a voice, and the frustration breeds contempt, which manifests itself in over-the-top, far-right nutjobs who may or may not be right, but serve a noble purpose to freedom of expression. TLDR, calling everyone racist and a bigot every time they don't see eye to eye on an issue is problematic, and that's a good reason why Trump was put into office in the first place. Hashtag X200B, downvote away, self-fulfilling prophecies are a bitch. Hashtag X200B. I voted for him and work in government but not in the non-paid departments that got furloughed, so I'm okay. I think Hess went too far. But I think Dems are stupid for keeping it up. Last I looked, the government loses $5 to $9 billion a week during a shutdown. All he wants is $4 extra billion over the one he was gonna get. So Dems have given up $20 to $30 billion of revenue to say we didn't give him that money. It's idiots reacting to an idiot. Nobody wins. So if I say Trump bad, I get free karma, right? What a ducking piece of shit childish people we have in this thread, downvoting anything that disagrees with their views. Friend works for Homeland Security. He said he will trade living off his savings a while for a wall. Supports Trump on this 100%. This seems to be a common theme in articles I've read as well. Yeah, I work in TSA and it's a disaster over here. We don't really get paid and no one cares. I have been showing up in a hoodie for the past week. Originally I thought, damn, I like this guy's idea because it would make my life easier and I am very patriotic, but now this is just ridiculous. I've shown up 2 hours early for every flight the last couple weeks, usually in the 15-minute pre-check camp in ATL, and not only has it not been bad, the TSA agents have been super pleasant and the passengers are going above and beyond to express gratitude and be pleasant in return. Good on you guys. If we all have to be here, I'm glad people aren't being crappy about it. Hope your situation resolves soon. Talked to my neighbor who is a part of ICE. He said he isn't upset. Hess upset about the government workers who are paycheck to paycheck. Hess lucky to have saved and forecasted for these things. Hess been doing this a long time. His views for Trump are the same. He voted for him and still accepts him as our president. He stated we need the wall and extra people to secure our border. You wouldn't believe the things I've seen.